So here is my favourite dressing. It's one of my favourite dressings. I've got a few favourite dressings, but I love this dressing. When I first learned about it, it was to put it on char grilled broccoli. I'm going to do some steamed broccoli today, and I don't need to teach you how to steam broccoli, but I'm going to put it on steamed broccoli. So really it's just to show you how to do the dressing, and it's a tahini dressing. So I've got a jar because it's easy to mix it up in and it's easy to add everything in, but you can put it in a jug, but I like to put it in here because then I can just put it straight into the fridge. So first things first is I take tahini. Now I'm gonna, because when I make it, I don't sort of do measurements, but because I'm doing a recipe, then I might need to do some measurements for you. So just so that you get the quantities right, but I'm actually going to put 2 tablespoons of tahini into a jar. Can I get it out with this spoon? Yeah. So it's quite oily. So I'm just going to, maybe a little bit of the oil. This is sesame, isn't it? It's sesame. So I'm just going to put that in. I use this lovely little whisk. To mix everything up with, so I can just put that in. So yeah, you can do it, just if you're making a little bit, you can just do 1 tablespoon, but I'm actually doing 2 because I love it and I keep it in the fridge. So I've got 2, and there's different ways you can add. I'm going to add a little bit of miso today, but sometimes I just knock it up with tahini, water, lemon, and either a little bit of rice syrup, which I've got, a little bit of rice syrup, or you can put a little bit of maple syrup or honey if you want to. I know that honey, I mean local honey, not rubbish honey. So in goes the 2 tablespoons. Just leave that there in case I need a little bit more. And then I've got a little bit of white miso. I'm going to put a little bit of white miso in, but you don't have to put any white miso in. Sometimes I don't, but I'm going to put a little bit of white miso, like a tiniest little bit. I don't want to sort of overwhelm the taste. So it's like half a teaspoon actually. And I'm going to pop that in as well. That just gives it the nice miso umami. And I'm also going to put in a very, very small splash of the rice mirin, just a little bit of rice mirin, tiny bit. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of this rice syrup, just to sweeten it up. So I'm just going to put in a teaspoon of rice syrup. Let's pop that in as well. Amazing. I'm just going to leave it all here in case I need to get a little bit more. And then I'm going to put some lemon juice in as well. Squeeze half a lemon in. Yeah, half a lemon. Lovely. And then I'm going to just give that a little mix. Oh, hang on, I've got some pips in there. I'll get those out in a minute. I'm just going to start mixing a little bit, and then I'm just going to grab a little bit of water. Some water that's cool boiled water from the kettle. And now I'm going to start the mix. And I like the whisk. The tahini is quite stiff actually. The tahini is quite stiff, so I just need to work that into the liquid without splashing myself. So I'm just sort of mushing and smushing the tahini just so that it loosens up a little bit. It's been in the fridge and it's quite firm. So I'm just going to get going with that. One sec. Sorry to have my back to you. So yeah, the broccoli, you can do broccoli heads. You can put it on any greens. I mean, you can put this dressing on anything. That's the thing. This dressing is a winner. Goes nice on salads, but when I was introduced to it, it was on char grilled broccoli. So whenever in the summer I have barbecue, I just sort of just steam and blanch it and then stick it on the barbecue. And it's so delicious when it's char grilled with this tahini dressing. And then, one sec. Yeah, it's getting there now. And so you can have it with steamed florets or steamed tender stem, or what else? Even just greens, here we go. So now it's moving. And so I'm going to mix it and whisk it. Here it is. I'm just going to put it down so I can give it a good old mix. Perfect. So yeah, so it goes kind of runny, but not too runny. It's got a sort of nice smooth runniness to it. It's perfect, moving nicely now. So yeah. Can you see the smoothness? Uh-oh, my dogs are all shouting. Uh-oh. My dogs are all shouting. So this is it, it's perfect. It's like a nice, smooth, yummy dressing. I'm just going to taste it. Sorry about the barking. Just 1 second. No idea what they were barking at. But this is ready, and this is perfect. So as you can see, it's quite pale. It's quite pale, and it smells amazing. Let me just taste it just to make sure it's nice. Sometimes it needs a little bit more lemon, sometimes it needs a little bit more sweetness. Okay, so it needs a bit more lemon, definitely. Just a sec. Yeah, definitely needs more lemon. And maybe a little bit more sweetness. Although the lemon gives it a bit of sweetness. My mind just told me to put maybe 1 drop of essential oil, like an organic essential oil in it. That's what my mind just told me. Listen sometimes to that. So anyway, I'm going to put a little bit more lemon in it. Let's do that. Let's see if that makes it nice. So, yeah, because I don't want to let it down. That's why I think my mind told me that. Is I don't want to let it down too much. Let's have a little taste of that, see if that helps. If anything, a little bit more sweetness. Yeah, that's definitely improved it. I'm going to put a bit more in. So that's now 11.5. So I think maybe like 1 drop of organic essential oil of lemon would be quite excellent. That compost. Let's give this a mix. I'm going to just put a little bit more of the sweetener in it as well. Let's get a bit more sweet in there. Sec. It's got to be perfect. I might put a little bit of salt in it. Like a little pinch of salt. Let's just have a little taste. One sec, let's have a little taste of that. Okay, that's perfect. I've got it. So it was 2 tablespoons of tahini, a little bit of rice mirin. You don't need to put the rice mirin. You can use vinegar actually. Like a little bit of apple cider vinegar. and then a little bit of miso, some rice syrup, and that is perfect. So I'm going to steam my broccoli now, and then I'm going to eat it. I hope that was interesting for you, and I hope you make that and enjoy it. Lots of love. Bye.